Here's what's happening now. The clouds are still around from the weekend, so are we going to make it 3 straight days with rain? Paula?
Hey, Ben. Well, when kissing is a marathon and not a sprint, come on, guys. How long could you really keep this up? Maybe if you had a car. Oh, no, not one car, but 2 cars. Karen, we are live.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Thank you, Paula. Also ahead, United Airlines doing damage control this afternoon over a leggings controversy as a competitor chimes in. Up first, the FBI and Michigan State Police raid the home of a local state senator.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, it is not often you see FBI agents gathering evidence at the home of a state senator, but that's exactly what happened today in Highland Park, where FBI agents and Michigan State Police raided the home and office of State Senator Burt Johnson. The raid wrapped up around noon with agents taking boxes full of documents and a computer from Johnson's home. The state senator wasn't home at the time, but his neighbors say it was a shocking thing to see.
I'm not sure what's going on with that, but Burt's a pretty solid guy and always has been really hands-on with the community, so I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. It's kind of shocking, yeah.
At this point, it is unclear why Johnson's home was raided. We have reached out to the state senator for a comment, but have not heard back. We'll have a live update on the story on Local 4 News at 5. A Detroit man has been charged with first-degree murder, accused of beating his stepmother to death. 36-year-old Raymond Mealy is accused of killing his 64-year-old stepmom inside their home last Friday. Police say that's when a family member found her body and called police. Today, Mealy appeared in court via video and was officially charged with first-degree premeditated murder. He's expected back in court on April 6th. Police surrounded a home in Royal Oak this morning on North Connecticut Street near 12 Mile in Campbell. They were trying to speak with a man accused of domestic assault, but he ran into a home and wouldn't come out. Police feared he had access to weapons. They were able to rescue a 10-year-old boy from that home and then used tear gas to force that suspect out. He eventually surrendered. He's in police custody right now. It's not quite April, but man, we sure had plenty of showers this weekend, and Ben is tracking more rain in the first forecast. Ben?
Yeah, temperatures, Karen, weren't all that bad, but it was kind of soggy and dreary for most of Saturday and Sunday, and it looks like some of that's bleeding over into our Monday, too. Temperatures still not all that bad, 61 at Metro, 50s across most of our area. That is above average, which normal temperatures this time of year are in the low 50s. As we get through tonight, there's rain that's hanging out just to the south, so we're going to be tracking that, see where it goes. Midweek, the story is temperatures are going to be pretty close to normal, not too high, not too low. And it looks like we may be making up for the lost weekend that we just went through. We'll check out your Saturday, Sunday forecast in 7-day outlook, all coming up in a few minutes. Karen?
All right, thank you, Ben. It is the next bitter battle on Capitol Hill, and Democrats are showing they are ready to pull out all the stops. We're talking about the confirmation of President Donald Trump's pick for the Supreme Court. Kimberly Gill joins us from the newsroom with the very latest. And Kim, the process hit a speed bump today.
Yeah, Karen, good afternoon to you. Federal Appeals Court Judge Neil Gorsuch will have to wait another week to see if he passes the first hurdle in this process. The Senate Judiciary Committee was supposed to vote today, but Democrats asked for a delay, and they got one. Judge Gorsuch endured some tough questioning from Democrats when he testified last week. Minority Democrats are still bitter about the refusal of Republican leaders to even hold hearings on President Obama's choice to fill the Supreme Court vacancy created by the death of Justice Antonin Scalia. The ranking committee Democrat today, though, said so-called dark money, which financed opposition to Obama's nomination, is also being used to support the nomination of Gorsuch.
It creates a situation, I think, for a nominee that the people who spend this money by the tens of millions ought to think twice about. It may very well be counterproductive. And I just needed to say that, Mr. Chairman, and I thank you.
Now, after Senator Dianne Feinstein, who you heard from there, had her say, Committee Chairman Charles Grassley of Iowa postponed the vote on the Gorsuch nomination until 1 week from today. So Democrats won't be able to stop Gorsuch from getting committee approval, though. After that, the fight shifts to the full Senate, where some Democrats are talking about a filibuster. Republican leaders hope for a full Senate vote by April 7th, and we'll see if they can make that happen. Karen, let's go back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Well, there is new fallout on Capitol Hill after the failure of President Trump's health care bill. The Conservative Freedom Caucus is facing its first defection. The group of congressional Republicans helped kill the bill, and one member says he's had enough.
But then at the end of the day, no, it was easier to vote no. And so I'm angry about that. I think it's time that we lead and continue not to say no on everything that takes place when bills come forward in the House of Representatives.
Representative Ted Poe of Texas says he's not sure if other members of the caucus will follow his lead and drop out. He also predicts tackling tax reform will be even more difficult than health care. The relatives of two Americans caught in the middle of a terror attack in London say they are trying to be strong and forgiving in the face of tragedy. Kurt Cochran of Utah was killed in the attack last week. His wife Melissa remains hospitalized. They were on the last day of a European trip celebrating their 25th anniversary. Her family says Melissa has a cut on her head and a broken rib, and her leg was badly injured, but they are pleased with the progress she is making. The family is trying to focus on the positive, including the love and support they've received.
Last night we were speaking as a family about this, and it was a unanimous that none of us harbor any ill will or harsh feelings towards this. So we love our brother. We love what he brought to the world.
A man with a knife drove an SUV on a wild rampage on Westminster Bridge before crashing outside Parliament last week. 5 people, including the attacker, died. Dozens are recovering from their injuries. First at 4, we're following stories making headlines all around the world this Monday afternoon. Let's start in Russia, where an anti-corruption leader has been jailed for 15 days after a wave of protests against the government of President Vladimir Putin. About 1,000 people were taken into custody. This protest in St. Petersburg brought out about 10,000 people asking for an end to corruption and asking top officials to step down. The protests are taking place 1 year before Putin is expected to run for re-election. Several families are devastated after an avalanche tragedy in Japan. 7 high school students and a teacher are dead. Several others are injured. The students were on a trip to practice mountain climbing. They changed the program after heavy snow, but were still outside walking through some big drifts when the avalanche hit. Just hours before, an alert was posted that avalanches were possible. Thousands of people are leaving the low-lying areas of Australia's northeastern coast. Cyclone Debbie is expected to hit the Queensland state tomorrow, targeting a 60-mile stretch of the coast. The storm could be a Category 4 by then, with wind gusts of 160 miles an hour. Residents are being bused to higher ground to avoid a tidal surge, and that could reach 13 feet. We're also seeing some severe weather in the United States. A massive storm system brought pounding hail and rains to part of Texas and Oklahoma. The hail covered roads with ice and cracked windshields. The springtime severe weather season ramps up this week with the potential for storms nearly every day in states like Kentucky, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Still ahead, first at 4, a dress code debate. United Airlines kicked some girls off a flight for wearing leggings. Well, now another airline has a message for women. Paula.
Hey, Karen, these couples have been smooching since noon today. They're trying to win not 1, but 2 vehicles. Look, the back is starting to give out over here. How long can they last? We've got a live report.
Up first, credit card alert. You might be paying too much for your credit card, and it's your own fault. But there are some things that you might want to try. Next.
The Woman, coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
Caught on camera, one Macomb County community is making surveillance cameras mandatory, but some small business owners say it's an expense they can't afford.
All right, Priya, a question for you. Are you paying too much for your credit cards? The answer is probably yes, according to a new study from creditcards.com. Take a look at the results. The study found about 80% of people who asked for an annual fee to be waived or lowered were successful. 69% of those who asked for a lower interest rate got their rate lowered. The bad news, only 1 in 4 customers are even trying to negotiate, so give it a try. You definitely might save some money. So, how far would you go to win a new car? And Who would you be willing to kiss for hours and hours and hours? Well, we found some unusual answers to those questions. Let's go to Clinton Township. That's where Paula Tutman is covering the Ultimate Kissing Challenge. Tell us how this works and how long have they been kissing?
Well, Karen, they've been kissing since noon today. They started off with 428 people. They actually whittled it down to 40 people. That's 20 couples. And they have been smooching ever since. They're down to only 11 couples right now. They've got to last a full 24 hours. And while you might say, oh, come on, it's just kissing. I love this person. Guess what? This is strenuous work. The kiss, a sweet expression of love. Unless you're going for a car. Make that 2 cars, and then the kiss becomes a grudge match. 2, 1, let's kiss, baby! 20 couples, 40 people, a radio stunt for 2 radio stations, FM 98 and Mix 92.3. The kind of grudge match you need in these troubled times. Kissing, and lots of it.
I say closeness is key.
Are you guys close?
Very close.
So close. One. This is one person right here. One mind, one thought, one.
The rules are simple. Kiss, lips touching, don't stop, can't hold on, have to stand, bring your A game, and your mouthwash.
I'm worried more about my legs and her breath. I'm used to her breath. I haven't stood for 24 hours. I said it's bad, bro. I said I'm used to your breath.
The prize is 2 Kias, not leases, but full ownership, courtesy of Summit Place Kia in Clinton Township.
Keep kissing. Okay.
Eric and Carolyn Ray have been married 30 years. They've been through a lot. Their motto, divorce is not an option and never give up.
We've had some hard times, but we've been committed to each other and said that we're not going to give up on each other.
Well, we're actually going to bless somebody with one of them, and then we're going to have a family car. So when our kids come to town, you don't have to rent a car, you got a car at home.
Delisa Johnson and Janet Allen are friends, not lovers or partners, but just pals.
It's just touching lips.
The first couple is disqualified in less than 2 minutes. Turns out a quick peck unlocked those lips.
All right, we are one couple out the contest already. What happened? Our lips never came apart.
Troy Manuel and Shamira Galipsy lasted 24 minutes. The height differential was too much. He was sweating it. No, literally sweating it. His back started to hurt. Troy has loved this woman for 12 years, but he's done kissing her for a while.
Yeah, we through for a couple weeks now. We're good. We got it in. We're good.
You know, there really is a sweetness to this. I mean, you really do have to like someone to lock lips with them for this long. There are a number of coping mechanisms I've been watching: dancing, swaying, eyes closed, sometimes eyes fixed on one another. But this is really, really strenuous, and it's gotten really, really tough because it takes a lot of energy to stay on your feet. They get a break every 50 minutes. The last person standing, or the last couples, they'll actually do a draw at noon tomorrow. A couple of times they've been playing some slow jams, Karen. I don't even think that's fair. They try to keep these people vertical or horizontal. They gotta stay vertical. They gotta stay vertical for this one. So I'm like, take Maxwell off, and you need to pump up this music a little bit.
That's true. That's
but
a good
anyways,
point.
They're really giving it a good shot. They get to win 2 cars, not one. This dealership will actually pay the taxes.
Oh, that's great. Okay, I've got a question. You said they get a break every 50, like 50 minutes. Is that correct?
Yes, every 50 minutes they get a 10-minute break.
10-minute break.
10 minutes. They can go to the bathroom and drink some mouthwash.
Okay. Is there a max? They're just going to keep doing this until the last person stops kissing?
Noon tomorrow, and then they draw with whoever's left standing.
All right, I thought I heard that. I wasn't sure. All right, thank you, Paula. We appreciate it. Wow.
Dedication.
That's so hard. I can't even imagine.
I can't imagine doing anything for 24 hours.
It's not necessarily about whether or not you love the person, just standing there still and you're back.
But it is for 2 cars.
It is. It is. And that couple that was going to do it just to have a car for their family.
Hope they win.
I do. Good luck. Well, at least they're indoors, right? It's not going to rain on them?
Well, we do have showers to the south, but it looks like as these get a little bit further to the north, they're starting to dry out a bit, so our chances of getting wet tonight are slim, although we're just keeping a slight chance across mainly our south and metro zones as the general bulk of this rain should remain to our south. Otherwise, temperature-wise, we're not doing too bad. Numbers out there, as we showed you at the top of the show, still in the 60s there in Metro, 60 in Mount Clemens. A lot of us are in the 50s, with average highs being at 51 this time of year. But compared this to yesterday, just about everybody, in fact, everybody here except for Grosse Ile, has got warmer temperatures than what we were looking at 4 p.m. on Sunday. In fact, 10 to 15 degrees warmer right there in our metro zone. So as this rain continues to move to the north, there are some pretty strong thunderstorms just south of this low, and that is going to rob a lot of the moisture from this system. So I think that's one of the reasons the model is just drying things out, probably more than is actually going to happen. I do think that we may get some of those showers right up to the Ohio state line. Otherwise, tomorrow we'll start out with clouds. Those clouds will start breaking as we get into the afternoon and get some sunshine back. But temperatures really not getting all that much warmer until we get towards the back end of the forecast. High pressure will settle in for the middle part of the week, keeping us dry. And then we start looking for rain again as we get into Thursday of this week. So tonight, 45 is where we're going for lows. We'll call it mostly cloudy, and again, a small chance of a shower. Most of us are going to stay dry tonight, especially the further north that you are here in Metro Detroit. Otherwise, high temperatures tomorrow in our 4-zone forecast. A little bit different than what we were seeing today by about 10 degrees. Right around 50 is what we're going to call it here in our Metro zone. South zone temperatures tomorrow afternoon anywhere between 51 there in Onstead, 52 in Blissfield, and a string of 50s here in Monroe County up through Belleville. West zone high temperatures, a lot of 40s out there from Flint down to Brighton, Milford, Clarkston, all in the 40s with just right at 50 degrees here closer to Ann Arbor and Michigan Avenue. North zone numbers are going to be in the 40s generally, maybe eking out 50 there in Lapeer, and some slightly cooler numbers out towards Lake Huron with highs tomorrow in the mid-40s. So as we look forward into the next few days, those temperatures do continue to go down at least until Thursday when that rain starts arriving. Most of it will be in the second half of the day, some of that lingering into early Friday, and then temperatures start ramping back up as we get into next week. So that weekend that we didn't really have over the last 2 days, we're going to make up for lost time, and that's no fooling, Karen. April 1st on Saturday, believe it or not.
All right, thank you, Ben. United Airlines still trying to smooth out the great leggings debate that started this weekend, and one of its competitors, well, they're looking to take advantage of the situation. First, social media fuels this protest against a jewelry store. The billboard that some people say sends the wrong message about women and jewelry. Let's talk about trending stories. This Monday, we've got a few social media controversies. A North Carolina jewelry store faced a billboard backlash. The billboard says sometimes it's okay to throw rocks at girls and shows 7 gemstones. The store owner says she never meant to imply that it's okay to throw rocks at anyone. Even some protesters say they understand she didn't mean to say it, but they feel the billboard sends the wrong message. The billboard will come down soon, and the jewelry store donated some of its profits over the weekend to a domestic violence organization. Oh, I bet you heard about this one. The uproar about some girls getting kicked off a United Airlines flight because they were wearing leggings. United says, and they want to clarify this, the 2 girls were flying on employee travel passes, and so they must follow a stricter dress code. This was not for people who just are regular passengers. Today, United says regular customers are allowed to wear leggings, but Delta's stirring the pot. Look at this tweet saying flying Delta means comfort. That means you can wear your leggings. And Delta says it doesn't have any item-specific guidelines for employee pass travelers. Still to come, see what happens when a canine cop gets a chance to play fetch on ice. This is pretty cute.
It's not always people who are the targets in police shootings. Thousands of times every year, dogs are shot and killed, usually as police officers execute search warrants.
I'll take this dog down.
It's part of the job, but some are saying Detroit police are killing too many dogs when they don't need to.
Fired 2 shots.
And in some cases, juries agree. One dog owner awarded over $100,000. And you paid the tab. The Defenders tonight at 11.
Finally, first at 4, here in Hockeytown, we take every chance we can to go to the Red Wings, of course.
But no matter how often that you've been to the Joe, you've probably never seen a game like this. Check out a Washington, D.C. canine officer and his dog playing the coldest game of fetch ever. This is before the Washington Capitals took the ice.
Capitals ended up winning the game, but honestly, I don't think there were any better highlights than watching these two. I want to know how he was probably doing security or something, because I'm like, how do you get the ice and play like that?
He looks happy as can be, wagging his tail, but he just doesn't have any brakes.
No. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching First at 4. We are back in a half hour with Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition is next.